We are here with the legendary John Williams, executive chef of the Ritz Hotel in London.
I want them to have an experience like no other. This is posh food. This is what I want.
John, it's such a privilege to be here with you today. You are synonymous with excellence throughout the UK and the world with what you provide here at the Ritz Hotel, 2 Michelin stars, but beyond that, the experience here for guests dining in, particularly the Ritz restaurant, is far and above one of the best dining experiences I have ever had. You tell us you've been here for 20 years.
Yeah. In actual fact, I have a long history with the Ritz. I was a very young man, and I remember I must have been about 18, 19, coming out of Green Park Station, walking underneath the arches of the Ritz. I remember walking past saying, I think I'll work there one day, because I was desperate to want to cook posh food.
In your mind then, where was posh food?
London. That was the only place in England you could think of. And I just came to London. I started work in the Royal Garden Hotel. Somebody came into the restaurant and said, do you know Mario Leshnik's looking for a number 2 in Claridge's? I was still very young. I was only 26. Next day they said, we want you to come and join us. And I walked into Claridge's kitchen, and after 2 days, I went, this is posh food. This is what I want. And that's the God's honest truth. And I really, really enjoyed everything about it. Out of the blue, I got a telephone call from the Ritz. What will it take you to come down here, John Williams? Thanks very much.
The deal.
The deal was done. And I came here, and you know, you come into a room like this. I'm so passionate about this room.
There's obviously a lot of grandeur in the room, there's a lot of opulence, but then on top of that, it's also, as you say, it's meeting that grandeur and the opulence with the food. But you seem to have a wonderful focus on actually delivering the customer experience as well, and making them feel it's not like the Ritz is up here and the customer's down there. It's like it's a very welcoming.
Very important. In hospitality, you know, one of the things that I hate is starchiness. And when you have waiters who are in tails, everybody says, oh, that's starchy. So they have to work so much harder. And of course, the smile has to be bigger, the greeting has to be better. First of all, the chef will never be bigger than this room. No chef. You can give me the best chef in the world, put him in here. This room is more powerful. And he has to follow the room, not the other way around.
The key element of the extraordinary experience that guests have in this restaurant is certainly the theatre of food at the table. It is really like a performance. You've got this incredible stage of the room, and then the waiters are almost the actors delivering it, presenting it to the guests.
You've got it. You've got it, 100%. And
you're the director behind the scenes.
Or popping my head around there.
The emphasis that you put for the restaurant, and that you have brought into the restaurant yourself, of the theatre of food at the table and all these incredible dishes that come out. What was the experience that you wanted the customers to have?
I want them to have an experience like no other.
You walk through this beautiful foyer when you come through, and the piano is playing, and then you continue walking into this grand room and are greeted so warmly, and then have this incredible array of staff presenting dishes to your table. You just feel incredibly special, and it is like stepping into another world.
It is.
Completely.
Oh, without doubt. Right at the end, when you come through the first set of doors, it's still, to this day, it gives me the biggest thrill.
Yes.
The food, although they're very, very classic dishes, they're evolved, enlightened, and slight changes so that it is more palatable for the guest, especially as you build various menus up. If you took the recipes the way they were even 40 years ago, I promise you that people wouldn't eat the dishes because they're just too heavy and too rich.
The crêpe Suzette at the table is an iconic dish that's been here for
It's
quite
been here
some time.
since it opened. We do it very slightly different to everyone else.
The
And
prep.
I feel it's a much more rounded flavor. It is a lovely orange fragrance with a lovely caramelized citrus flavor. And it is an enjoyment.
And also the mint tea trolley is the most exceptional display of mint that I've ever seen. So you roll out the trolley with almost a garden full of
And they're
mint.
They're different kinds of mint as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Chocolate mint, peppermint. Because for me, it's one of the most wonderful infusions that you can have after
Delicious.
lunch or dinner.
It's so decadent, but fabulous. And like everyone loves mint tea, but it's like, I get this much choice. Like, and then they bring out the gardening scissors and the way to the
they love
garden.
that. Yeah. They love the little bit with the scissors. Look. Everything we do is looking forward, but respecting the name. Somebody will say, how about we put this on the menu, chef? The first thing that I'll say to them is that Ritz? I cannot afford to have a rustic dish. It has to be a Ritz style dish. Very classic, very grand, of course, but it has to sing Ritz.
How would you describe the menu here?
It's classic, evolutionary. It's a mixture of French and British. I use very much British ingredients as far as we can. It's very important that the English heritage is there, but all the techniques that we use are very much French cooking.
What are some of your most extraordinary Ritz moments?
My favourites every time are the royal family. It doesn't matter where I've been, the greatest honour you can get is to cook for our royal family.
I'm sure you've seen a bit of the royal family here over the 20 years.
When we got 2 stars, I got a handwritten letter from the king.
But that one's on the fridge at home.
No,
Framed.
it's in my office, framed.
May I ask what it said?
He just said, congratulations. I know how hard you've worked within the industry in training and developing, you know, people for the future.
I think he's going to be back for crêpe Suzette.
I hope so. I love our king.
Christmas time is pretty special here as well.
The last time the Queen came here, it was right at the end of her life. She came specifically to look at the Christmas decorations and the Christmas tree. But she basically came privately and she sat in the Ritz room just to have a little tour and to have a look at the Ritz decorations.
Everyone has a Ritz story. For those that have been fortunate enough to walk through the doors, we all have a moment where we also say, this reminds me of Notting Hill, the film as well. There's
Surreal, but nice.
You are Horse and Hounds' favourite actress.
We have a very, very famous concierge. The head concierge is Michael de Cosa, and he was the one that was inviting them in.
Are the Flintstones in?
I don't suppose Flintstone rings any bells, does it?
I'll put you right through, sir.
Or the other one where someone rings up and, can I speak to the king? Which king?
So you have so many incredibly decadent items here on the menu every day. At the end of the day, when you get home yourself, what do you eat?
I try not to eat much at all at home at the moment, really, because every time I actually snack, I grow and grow and grow.
It is an important role, taste testing every day, isn't it, as part of the executive chef?
I taste probably 40 different things a day, 20 sauces. Honestly, it's not for my benefit.
No.
Because of the kind of rich food that you're tasting all the time and the food that you've eaten during the day, whenever I'm off, it is the simplest, when I say the simplest of things.
Palate needs a break.
Yeah, 100%.
You've been here for an incredible 20 years already, and the Ritz, under your leadership, continues to evolve. What would you like to bring moving forward?
It's maintaining its status growing, refining. It's important to keep refining and make things better than what they are today. It's so important that you're constantly looking to refine and make better. And one of the things that I will say to the cooks all the time, we have to evolve. If we don't evolve and remain relevant, you die.
Yes.
So we can keep with the structure of the classic style of cuisine, but there's always something else that you can do to freshen it. And somebody just say, oh, I didn't expect that. And that's when you're winning. It would be great to leave the right kind of legacy and people to say, it was a good place when John Williams was there. You know, restaurants generally have a life of 7 years. It's not a long time, is it?
No, it's not at
So
all.
you have to really work hard to maintain it.
This restaurant is 119 years old.
Yeah,
So it's past the 7-year mark.
yeah.
But it is an incredible legacy, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. You know, it's gone through its highs and its lows, you know, and we are going into a period where all I can see is a great time for the Ritz Hotel. If you like tradition, there's no other place.